You guys see what I'm up against, a disregard for the rules. It's a disregard for running a upbeat campaign, and I'm not gonna sit back and take it. Now, I wanna thank the Chamber for doing this. I'm sorry, the Tea Party for hosting this event tonight. Thank you all for being here. And for you Tea Party people, don't think you don't have an impact when little kids are here. My daughter attended these meetings from about the time she was 12 to 18. Went off to New York University, came back as a conservative, and today is managing Sharon Kennedy's statewide campaign for Supreme Court Justice. So never think young kids aren't paying attention and that they don't value conservative values. But let's get back to the most important issue at the state, making Ohio prosperous again. I'm going to share a few statistics with you. Why is tax reform and simplification so important? Ohio has over 6,000 different taxing jurisdictions. We have more than any other state in the nation. Let that sink in. More than California, more than New York, more than New Jersey, more than Illinois. We are the worst. And when a business says, where are we going to go to locate, that's one of the things that they're looking at in terms of cost and complexity associated with doing business. And it's why Ohio continues to lose, not from businesses locating here, but from businesses leaving here. And you know, we're so proud we have a balanced budget in Ohio. That's only a license to steal from the taxpayer. I would much rather see us have a budget as a ratio of our GDP. Why is that important? 50 years ago, when we're rocking and rolling, the cost of state government was about 5% of the cost of Ohio GDP. I define GDP as our funding source. I know that's not quite accurate, but it's about 97, 98% accurate. Fast forward today, and this should startle all of you. The cost of state government is now 14.5% of GDP. Our GDP hasn't kept up with the cost of government until the last 4 years when we implemented some pro-business things. So in the last 50 years, the cost of state government has grown at 5,330%. Our funding source has grown at 1,800%. It's unsustainable. If you agree with me, we're overtaxed, overburdened, overgoverned, and overregulated. I humbly ask for your vote.
So just continuing on with George's statement that we are overtaxed, George Lang voted to raise your gasoline tax 10 cents a gallon, and I didn't. Now, the most important characteristic of any legislator is that you do the will of the people, that you not fall prey to the establishment leadership that hovers over the city of Columbus. You don't vote with the lobbyists, in other words. You know, I can't name one lobbyist. I don't know the name of one lobbyist. And yet, when George Lang voted to lay onto you a $900 million bailout of an energy company that doesn't even serve this area, keep in mind we had a long House Bill 6, you saw it on television. Within a few months of that vote, over $10,000 was deposited in George's campaign account from energy companies. Now there is a connection between a yes vote and a campaign account. All you have to do is look, it's all online. I voted no against that. Of course, as you all know, it passed, and now we have literally made you the bank. You are bailing out companies that cannot manage their own business. So time after time, you have to have a legislator in the Senate that is willing to stand alone, to stand up for you, to take the brunt of the criticism when you tell the speaker, we have $400 million in the rainy day fund. Why are we raising taxes on gasoline? And here's another thing. Why does George Lang continue to vote against the firefighters? The PTSD bill we passed last week is a blessing on those first responders. They needed it. And believe me, I struggled over that bill. But I voted yes because those people who literally run into danger when the rest of us are running out deserve what we can do for them. My opponent voted against the firefighters twice, and I'm supporting them no matter what. So you need a legislator that's going to stand up for you. I am afraid of no one. No one intimidates me, not George Lang, not the sheriff, and not the Butler County Republican Party.